Guys, and today we'll be continuing Junji Ito Maniac, Japanese Tales of the Macabre. Okay, last time we had two stories. One was one by like 4x4 walls, and one was the Sandman's Lair. The 4x4 walls one was Soichi, which was the guy that we see in the outro that has like the nails in his mouth. He was basically missing. He was messing with his older brother Koichi. And it didn't really go anywhere. Like, it didn't feel like the story was even finished. So I'm hoping we continue it at some point. Like, they ended up building walls around Koichi's room, 4 layered walls around his room, but then Soichi had like tunnels. He like dug tunnels in the walls to like mess with his brother. So it didn't feel like it really went anywhere. Nothing really happened. Like, it needs to continue is what it feels like. And the second was the Sandman's Lair. Whack. He had like a dream version of himself inside of him, so when he falls asleep, the dream version comes out, but like wants Mari, which is like his girlfriend, I think. And in the end, the dream version ends up eating his girlfriend, and now his like inner body is like her. I don't know, boys. So yeah, we're just gonna continue this in 3, 2, 1. Bam. Yep, completely new story, I think. He's digging out of prison? Well, he doesn't look like he's in prison. His clothing. Is that his brother? Okay, Intruder. The light Yagami? Oshikiri? Dude, her hair is so cute. What a coincidence. There's like a million books in here. Is there only one book of this? What the heck? Okay, this was destined to happen, right? The entire library. And that is the book. Who's Koyazumi? Are these guys legit? This is going so well so fast. You know what I mean? He like totally just made friends and they seem like genuine too. That's cool. This is his house? Ooh, if it's ancient, I bet it's got a crazy past. How? Well, the walls do look a little sus, but kind of cool. How is he by himself? This doesn't make any sense. How is he by himself? Isn't he like a student? How does he have a castle house? Yeah. I mean, who knows? Ah. This is cool. They seem like legit. Cool. What does that mean?
That thing almost gave me a heart attack.
Wait, I think he was home alone. It's like a lion? Oh, wait, never mind. They've arrived.
No doubt in my mind. These are the footsteps of a dimensional intruder. Where is it coming from?
That's a bit of a leap, but I mean, with this show, I wouldn't doubt it. Whoa, whoa, what? This is some Rick and Morty stuff. Is he burying his dead self? What is going on?
Isn't that Oshikiri?
It's gotta be. He looks just like him.
Even if it is, what is it doing? It's him, all right, but from an alternate dimension.
What's Oshikiri saying about this? It's him.
This means an alternate dimension is just a mirror image of our world.
Hey! Stop right there! This is my
Can he actually hear him?
passing!
Oh, he just doesn't care? Wow. Well, that's kind of messed up. The evidence is obviously on him now.
Gaining the ability to enter and exit this realm from anywhere. Though perhaps it's only from within this property.
If that's Kamiyama, though, that means... See here, you gotta trust that...
Relax, it's fine, Oshikiri.
Why is he taking this so well?
And the alternate dimension led to this.
Something was buried over here, too! Let me see that shovel.
It's all of them, huh? They all die here, don't they? If I had to guess.
Joking.
Is it a mass grave? Ooh, she's been dead for a long time. They both have.
I would never do this. I swear.
They're taking this so well. You know what I mean? I would totally be freaking out. Do not... Oh my gosh, this show is... That was crap. They just ended that? Dude, I was getting so invested. Oh, she's pretty.
You don't like my cigarettes?
Who does, bruh?
I didn't know that. You know what? I think someone like yourself is better off with someone more serious.
Oh, snap. His license plate was 777. Oh, snap. That either means good luck or bad luck, right? I think it means bad luck, doesn't it?
Do me a favor and lose my number, okay?
Bro, that's kind of rude. I mean, she doesn't seem completely... She doesn't seem fully stable. Long hair in the attic. Okay.
Welcome home, sis.
Okay.
I miss Eddie.
Eddie?
Starters, I'm pretty sure there's a rat above your room. Right. Hey, didn't you go out on a date tonight? Where did you guys go? How long have you been dating him anyway? 8, 9 years?
What?
Isn't it about time he proposed?
What? 8 years?
You good?
Oh, I spaced out. Sorry, Eddie. I think I need some sleep.
It's all good. Sweet dreams, Gianni.
Sweet dreams.
Well, she seems sweet. Eddie? That was her? Oh, she grew her hair out?
That's it.
Is that... Oh, I thought they were vaping. I was like, bro. Well, smoke is not, like, any better, so... Not good at all, boys.
What am I even doing?
I know, you're gonna ruin your look.
Jimmy,
Oh, she looked really cute like that, actually.
we should grow it out. I bet it'd look great.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
What a selfish jerk.
Wow. I mean, he did kind of end it pretty not so good, honestly. She cut her hair? Nope. Oh. Ew! What? That was like a jump scare, that noise. Did you hear that? Is she bathing? Oh, nice.
There's something
Kind of gross.
I'm cutting this damn long hair today. It makes me sick of it.
She looked really good with it shorter too, though. So, I mean, it's whatever, I guess.
You were so adamant about growing it
It
out.
looks really good long though too. Oh, that would be rough.
I've had enough. It's time for a change.
Hey, Mom, do you know where the scissors are?
Maybe her good moods will come back.
What is it?
Her more happiness, you know?
I'm trying to cut some hair. Do you know where the scissors are?
Last I checked, they were in the drawer. Who's getting a haircut?
Big sister.
Jamie is?
Yeah, something's happened.
Hmm.
Is that Jimmy? Hey, big sis, what's happening?
Another dead rat in the hair?
This can't be real.
What's wrong?
Jimmy!
She killed herself? What? Her head's? Wait, what? Do not. Oh, I thought it ended there, boys.
Who is this? Hello? Hello?
Oh!
Damn it! What kind of punk prick calls it this?
That's disgusting. Who are you with already?
It's like when Shammy used to grind her teeth.
Oh, I hate that.
Now that's impossible. She's been dead for a while now.
Wait, what? Bruh. Well, I guess if it's been a while, okay. Okay, how long's passed? What the heck is going on, boys?
I'm gonna go look up in the attic, okay?
Why? What's up there?
Don't tell me you haven't heard that rat up there.
Ooh, is it gonna be her?
Fallen into one of your traps. I can't just leave it there.
Was Chemi's head missing? I'm assuming they're gonna find her head up in the attic if that's the case.
It's alright, Dad. I really don't mind doing it.
Please, I insist.
Only if you're careful. Remember what the doctor said about your heart condition.
I'll be fine. Wait down here.
If her head's up here, he won't be fine.
What's taking so long?
That kind of sucks, dude. Her mood's completely changed. She looks way more sad compared to when her sister was alive.
Did you find anything? Is the rat there? Hello? Dad?
Ooh, she kind of thick. No, leave. No. We're about to see a whole family get massacred.
He's dead.
How? Oh!
I'm gonna get you down from their big sister.
Really? Yeah, she's grinding her teeth. Oh my god, this is horrifying. And it also doesn't make much of any sense. I mean, it shouldn't really. I mean, nothing in the show makes sense. Oh my god. Is she gonna see her boyfriend? Is it just gonna end? Please don't.
Let's not make sense.
Oh, oh. Oh my gosh. Where's your head at, dude? This is gross. What? They really just ended it like that, huh? Ooh, I got goosebumps. That was gross. I literally got goosebumps, boys. Okay. Wow. Okay. I guess we'll start with the first one. Called Intruder. Okay, this one probably bothered me more than any part we've had yet. Not in because of how messed up it was, even though it was, but how it ended. Okay. I'm not even sure why they gave us the names of these characters, because we'll never see them again. I mean, the main character was Oshikiri. Then we had Watanabe, Kamiyami, and Kayazumi. I'm thinking those are the names properly. So, somehow... So, okay, they're talking about the Bermuda Triangle. Okay, somehow, a group of kids or students at a library, I'm assuming they were students, were talking about, like, alternate dimensions in the Bermuda Triangle, and our main character, Oshikiri, happened to be reading the exact book that they were looking for in the entire library, which somehow got them all together. Like, this was like fate, basically bringing them all together. Then apparently Oshikiri hears footsteps in his house when he's by himself. Apparently he lives by himself, which that's a little sus and iffy right off the bat. And then you see his house. It looks like a castle type house. Somehow he lives in it by himself. Which already seems to be kind of like a red flag. Because, like, is he selling meth? Like, how does he have money for a house like that, for one? And then two, he hears footsteps in the house even though he's by himself. So that's another red flag. But then, like, right off the bat, they all got, like, really good friends, apparently. And they're, like, friends for life or whatever, like, within, like, 2 minutes of knowing each other, which I thought was kind of cool because he seemed kind of like a loner, so I'm just glad he found friends. And they seemed like genuine friends too, so that's cool. And once they got to the house, we saw it, and it looked like a house from like 200 years ago. Like, the insides looked old. The wallpaper was like white and red. It looked weird, like checkerboarded. It did look a little off, but then when it hit, I think it hit midnight or something. I'm not sure what time. I think it was midnight. The bells went off, and then like an alternate dimension portal or something opened, and then they heard like footsteps, and then another Oshikiri was outside. And wait, it might have been 6 o'clock. It was either midnight or 6 o'clock, or yeah, midnight or 6 p.m. I'm not sure what time it was, but then they heard footsteps and they looked outside, and it was Oshikiri bearing I think it was bearing one of them. I'm not sure who's who by their names. I think it was Kamiyami. I'm not sure. But he was bearing one of them. And then Oshikiri, like, said, hey, stop or whatever. And then the intruder Oshikiri looked up and just, like, laughed and then, like, disappeared. Then they went to go investigate, and they found out it was indeed one of the people that was with them at the time. And then they unburied some more dirt around there. And then they found the remains of Watanabe, Kayazumi, Kamiyami. Like, they found the remains of all of them. And some of them looked decayed, like they've been decayed for a couple of years. Like, whichever the girl was, I think it was Kamiyami or Watanabe, I'm not sure who the girl is, but she was a complete skeleton at that point. So she seemed to have been the first one to have died. But then, for some reason, which was really off, they all took this really well. First of all, they just saw a doppelganger, and I guess they're just chill with that. Like, oh, yeah, that's definitely an alternate dimension right there. Completely okay, apparently. Then they saw that they're burying a remains of one of them. Completely, they took that amazingly as well. Then they saw remains of all of them. Once again, they all took it pretty well. The girl was kind of crying, saying, why would you do this? But that was about it. And then I guess they went home. And then Oshikiri, we saw him in his bed with no pupils, kind of grinning. And then it ended. So I'm just assuming it kind of foreshadowed this in the beginning when the group, before they became best friends for life with the main character Oshikiri, they said, he seems kind of a loner, like he's kind of strange. I think that's kind of foreshadowing for the fact that he ends up killing all of them. I mean, he doesn't straight up say, I'm going to kill you, but he had no pupils and he was smiling. So, kind of sus. And I'm assuming the reason why he lives by himself is because he killed his family and buried them, perhaps. I mean, was the house buried on like a Indian burial ground? Why is there an alternate dimension here? What does this have to do with the Bermuda Triangle? I mean, obviously, because there's like something there, like there's already some types of theories with the Bermuda Triangle, like people go missing and stuff, but like, why is, I'm just assuming because his house is old, but it doesn't really make any sense, because how is there an alternate dimension from a different universe or whatever of him coming, like what? They didn't really explain it, but then it ends. So one's like, okay, I'm a little kind of annoyed. Why? Okay, this show is only one. It does, of course, it's not labeled with how many episodes there are, so I gotta count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's like 12 probably. So why don't they just make it 24 or double the amount? Instead of having each episode for the most part have 2 bits, have 1 bit per episode. Because that one in particular, I was really digging it. It was going really well, and I was getting real interested in the characters and stuff, and the plot. And then it just cold cut ends. Instead of cutting it to the next one, which was Footsteps, or wait, what was it called? Did we even get a name? Oh, Long Hair in the Attic is the next one. Instead, have this entire episode just completely just have this episode entirely be Intruder, the episode. It'd be all about that, and the next one have it all be about Long Hair in the Attic. Or have Long Hair in the Attic. I don't know. Maybe some of them, like, not every single one of these has to be an entire episode on itself. Like, some of these, like the ice cream bus, does not need to be a 24-minute, you know what I mean? Some of these, or like, what was the other? The Sandman's Lair. They did that perfectly. It was only like 7 minutes long. They told the entire story. It was complete and done. But some of these need to be their own entire stories. Like this one in particular, Intruder. That was the wackest end ever. They need to 100% continue that. I understand why. It reminds me of Goosebumps. As wacky and corny as that show was, this is what that reminds me of. A lot of those you're like, bro, that's really the end? Are you kidding me? That's kind of how this feels. They totally could have extended that another 10 minutes at the very least. Anyway, so that's pretty much that one. And then we move on to Long Hair in the Attic. And this one, gosh, this was so gross. I really, really like this one. See, ones like this, you can end with it being short. But don't have this hook to Intruder. Have Intruder be its entire own episode. You know what I mean? Okay, so main character, Chimmy. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But, so, I'm not too sure. Okay, so I'm thinking her boy, I'm a little off. I'm a little confused on this because it seemed from the beginning, it seemed like they were together for maybe a couple of weeks from the way they were talking. And then he like just broke it off with her, like she was nothing, like said, yo, delete my number. I don't, like, basically like I'm getting rid of you. You're not cool. Well, he said that you should find someone more serious, but like, then we follow Chemi home. Okay, no, this is confusing too, because when they were in the car, we didn't get his name, I don't think. He was smoking. And he just found out that she doesn't like cigarette smoke. Like, then I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. They've probably known each other for maybe a week or 2 at the most. But then we get home, and Eri, I'm not sure how to pronounce Eri, Chemi's little sister, says they were together for 8 years, apparently. So Chemi was with her boyfriend for about 8 years. What? And he doesn't know that she doesn't like cigarette smoke. And he also ends it like that after them being together for 8 years? Not good, boys. But it's also weird. Something happened to her. Her long hair maybe possessed her, because when we saw her with her shorter hair, she seemed happier, didn't she? She seemed more lively. Then when we saw her with her longer hair, she seemed all more depressed and down and monotone. I'm not sure what's up with that, but Anyways, his license plate was 777, which I think means it's like a bad omen, I'm pretty sure. So, sus. But then she starts smoking, but she obviously doesn't like smoking because she immediately coughs and says, "Why am I doing this?" Which, yeah, why is she doing this? There's nothing good comes from smoking. Like, literally nothing. Then she goes to sleep and wakes up, and there's a dead rat wrapped up in her hair, which is kind of confusing. I'm not too sure what that even really means, because she heard there's rats up in the attic, and then she went to bed and then woke with the dead rat in her hair, which somehow means she must have been crawling in the attic by her hair, and her hair ate the rat or killed it or strangled it, because like her hair became her own, like her hair controlled her, I guess, like something like that. Because but it doesn't make any sense because she had no recollection of that, and if she was getting carried by her hair, I'm pretty sure that would have killed her. It would probably snapped her neck, right? You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, but I guess it is what it is. And then she decided to cut her hair, which I mean it's completely up to her, I guess. I mean, she looked really good with short hair, but she also looks really good with long hair, so it's whatever, I guess. So then she decided to cut her hair, or was attempting to. But was she really? See, this part is confusing, because she seems suicidal. Like, she's depressed, obviously. But I don't think she killed herself, but at the same time, I think she might have, because of how depressed she was. I'm not too sure. The reason I don't know. See, this is another one of the things about the Junji Ito type deals. It just doesn't make any sense, because so her little sister was going to help her cut her hair. Of course, scissors weren't there, so she went to go ask the mom for scissors, and then she ended up going back to the bathroom. Shimi is just dead. Her head's literally missing. There's blood all over her. Apparently, they didn't do a police investigation, because if they did a police investigation, they would have found her head up in the attic. Obviously. You know what I mean? They would have searched the entire house. If her head was just missing, they would have searched every crevice of the house to see if they could find the head. So obviously, somehow that didn't work. Because the head's up in the attic. And I'm assuming a year at the very least went by. Because the sister looks older. Iri looks older. And the boyfriend's already with another girl at that point. I mean, he could have had another girl within the week, who knows. But then it cuts time. It goes to the future, skips some time, about a year at the very least. I guess the dad has heart issues, and they're going to now go look in the attic, finally, even though it's been like however long. They're just now deciding to go to the attic for the rats. And then they go up top. Well, actually, the dad decides to. But I knew immediately it was going to be not good, because he mentioned the heart issues. So, of course, he went to the attic, died of a heart attack once he saw his daughter. Which I think even if you didn't have heart issues, you probably have a heart attack. I mean, that was horrifying looking. Iri took that like a champ. The first thing she did was, "I'm going to get you down, sister." I can see... No, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do if just my, like, sister's head was just chilling up there. I might take it... Obviously, I'd get it down at some point, but, like... Her head was in, like, pretty perfect condition from being dead for as long as she was, and her hair was, like, strapped. Like, bro, no. Something bad's about to happen. You need to leave. But, no, she decided to get the head down. And she went to go get something to get her sister's head down, something like that. And then the head, like, unwrapped itself and then, like, started, like, flowing away, like, crawling away, I guess. And it went to go kill the boyfriend. But before this part, I skipped a part. The boyfriend kept getting calls in the middle of the night of Chemi grinding her teeth. That sounded more than grinding, boys. Grinding does not... That was like crunching. Like her teeth were broken and she was like crunching her teeth. That was whack. That sounded horrendous. Because I had grinding issues. So I wore like a retainer when I sleep, so I don't grind. But bros, that sounded like she was like grinding gravel in her mouth. That sounded awful. Not good. I don't know, but then, yeah. Then we cut back to where I was just at. The head's crawling away. It leaves the house. Somehow, it goes outside. No one sees that, apparently. I guess it just crawls all the way to the house. I don't know where the boyfriend's at. I don't know how far. I assume maybe in a block away. I have no idea how far he lives. But anyways, the house makes it. I guess, obviously, kills the boyfriend. So, I don't even know what her head was. Was her head inside his body? Because all we saw was hair coming out of his mouth, out of his ears, out of like every orifice on his body. He was strapped up to the ceiling. I'm just assuming the girlfriend either ran away for her life or died too. I don't know. He's dead though. And then his body gets all twisted up and explodes. And then we hear more we hear grinding the entire time. And then black hair covers the screen and it cuts the credits. But the reason, main problem with this, I'm not, it's not really a problem, I'm more like confused. Because I feel like she killed herself. But at the same time, I don't. How did she decapitate herself? I'm a little confused because her hair clearly has powers. Because of the fact that she had a dead rat wrapped up in her hair. Which is the same thing that she did to her boyfriend. Or her ex-boyfriend. Later at the end of the episode. So it's like her hair has a mind of its own. Very strange. And I mean, it didn't seem like she was suicidal when she was in the bathroom. Like she just wanted a haircut. But then she's covered in blood and her head's gone. How does that happen? That makes no sense. And once again, I feel like this isn't really supposed to make sense, I don't think. Because I don't understand how her head's gone. And what was the family thinking? We saw mom and dad. What were they thinking when she died? Her head is missing. There's no way she killed herself. They must have thought that it must have been concluded as a homicide, right? Not a suicide. If it was a suicide, her head would still be attached to her body, most likely. Unless she has like a shotgun or I don't know, boys. She chopped her head off with a machete. I have no idea. But her head's not there and no weapon. So it doesn't make any sense. So I'm just curious what the police said. You know what I mean? I don't know. And the mom wasn't there anymore, so maybe the mom was there. I don't remember. Maybe they blamed it on the mom somehow? Because we didn't see the mom at all. We saw the dad. I have no idea, but it is what it is, and I guess the boyfriend got what was coming to him. I mean, I don't think he deserved that, but I mean, unless he was, maybe he did. I mean, maybe he was abusive towards her. I don't know, because she clearly seemed super depressed and down and dark compared to what we saw in the beginning with shorter hair. So maybe he was abusive, and if he was, then maybe he did deserve it. I don't know, but what a way to go. So, I guess that's it, boys. I don't know, boys. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.